Hello, I'm basically making a response video to a lot of comments or emails I've gotten because, well, frankly, I'm kind of surprised about the amount of popularity my video got already. And I wanted to start by thanking the people who have given me really nice comments and really nice emails. I've read all of them and I really like them. And I have gotten some hate, but I don't really care about the hate. Though I do plan to respond to it, mainly through either questions that I've been asked or comments that have been given to me or what they think about my opinion on certain issues. Well, for starters, the first question I'm going to ask here, people have asked me about my religious orientation, and I'm just going to say I'm Jewish. How religious I am, it's kind of confusing. I mean, I'm not religious, but I'm fairly religious, I guess. I can't really explain it too well. And one of the questions I've been asked about what people have thought about what I've thought about the religious arguments against gay marriage, and I think I've made it pretty clear in my last video that one of my issues is just the idea that they want to push their religious beliefs on other people who they don't know. I mean, I understand. I mean, I know people who are against gay marriage, but at the same time are for legalizing gay marriage in the United States. And before anyone thinks that that's confusing or redundant or like doesn't make any sense or an oxymoron, here's the thing: you can be not you can not approve of gays getting married, but at the same time say, okay, I might not approve of it, but I won't deprive other people who I don't know of getting married because I'm well aware that people have different ideas than I do. That's possible, and I hope that more people understand that as soon as possible. Because I understand about the fact that people have different opinions, different viewpoints, and either support or are against different things than me. I understand the fact that not everyone in this country is for gay marriage. And that's why I mean we're all entitled to our beliefs. And while I may be strongly against those beliefs, I'll still say, okay, I'm against it, but they're yours. But at the same time, what that should mean is that the people who are against the idea of gays getting married can still say, okay, I'm against it, but I'll just keep it in my own family or keep it to myself and allow other people who are gay to get married. I mean, you don't know these people, so why would you want to deprive them of getting married? I mean, it's not like everyone in the world is incredibly religious. This isn't a religious country. This is a country where that's supposed to be a secular country and separate religion from its view and separate religion from its laws. But I mean, I know there are arguments against that too, because I guess a majority of the laws here are from religious standpoints, such as not murder. It's originally in the Torah, thou shalt not kill, and all that, and that can be argued too. But even then, just from a moral standpoint, just accept the fact that not everyone thinks the same way you do. Accept the fact that there's no such thing as a gay agenda. Gays aren't trying to take over the country. They're just trying to get married and get basic certain rights, such as like the stuff that straight married couples almost take for granted. Just, I mean, why would you want to deprive people to get married just because you happen to not to be against it? I mean, if you don't know them, why do you care? Like, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt your family. And if if your son happens to be gay or happens to find gay marriage legal and you happen to want to be okay and you happen to disagree, then just talk to your kid about it. Talk to your family. Argue with your kid. He'll argue back. Just keep it to yourself and to your family. You don't need to deprive people who you don't know of getting married. And another argument I've gotten, like I've kind of mentioned already, was the idea of that if gays get married, it will somehow hurt the American culture and will kill American values. Well, then we just have to think what American values are. And I know, especially nowadays with the Tea Party and stuff, and Sarah Palin and all that, there are a lot of people who want to follow the American values either to the letter or from the way they originally were, like all the way back. When I'm against that idea, just from an ideological standpoint. I think that we should be moving forward, not going backwards. I mean, originally in America, let's face it, it wasn't that good. There was slavery, witch hunts, women couldn't do as much. I think that we should be moving forward and not go back to those times. I mean, that's the whole idea of a progressive society and evolution, that we're supposed to be improving, not going backwards. And even then, even if you still think that we should be holding America's original values, then I want you to listen to this, and hopefully you'll know where this comes from. Okay, think about this line. We hold these truths to be self-evident. that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. For those of you who don't know what that line is from, it's from the Declaration of Independence, the document that declared the freedom of the United States of America. I think that anyone who can really understand those lines is what makes someone a true American. And by understand, I don't mean just reading it, I mean really thinking about those lines. That American values and what makes someone American isn't your skin color, it's not your sexual orientation, it's not your religion, it's not, and even in certain ways, it's not just being born here. It's by understanding the fact that America stands for freedom, the freedom to live your life, to make the most out of your life, and to make your life as happy as possible. It's not just being born here. Whenever I hear a bunch of random people say, I'm American, get out these foreigners, and that stuff. Just because you were born here, it doesn't mean you really understand what it means to be an American. I'm proud to be an American because America is the country that believes in the idea of freedom, freedom for the individual, freedom to make the most out of your life, and that there are people who are hardworking, people who had gone through so much hardship, and especially gays who have basically almost nowadays living in a society that can't recognize the fact that just because you're attracted to guys, that somehow makes you less of a person. I mean, if I'm hiring someone for a job, I'm not going to look at if they're gay or not. I'm going to look at their performance. And if someone wants to buy a house and get married and have a family, as long as they don't hurt anyone, that should be okay. I mean, being straight doesn't make you an American. Being white doesn't make you American. Being Christian doesn't make you American. What being an American means understanding the fact that all people are endowed with the right to be happy and to be free. That includes gays. That document didn't say, oh, it had to be Protestants, or it had to be whites, or that it had to be whites or Protestants, or that you even had to be born here. Just all men, all people were created equal, and that we're all endowed with the rights and we're all endowed with opportunity. This is supposed to be America, the land of freedom, the land of opportunity. That means something to people. And anyone who seems to not understand that, I think that's un-American. I think that these people who are against the ideas of gays getting married, who are against giving these people who just want to live their lives the same way we live ours every day, and seem to try and prevent them from doing that just because they're gay, I think that's what I consider un-American. Well, once again, here's hoping for the best and hope you enjoyed this video.